Hi, good morning students. Let's start our second chapter. It's called electrochemistry. What is meant by electrochemistry? Electrochemistry is a branch of science that deals about the spontaneous redox reaction. Once again I'm repeating, electrochemistry is a branch of science that deals about the spontaneous chemical reactions. What is meant by spontaneous chemical reactions? Some chemical reactions occur without any external effect. Suppose I'm taking here batteries are there. When the batteries are, when I place in the one battery cell here, when switch on the light, what happens? The automatic light will come. How these batteries are producing electricity? What is the materials inside the compost? Why they mention here positive and here negative? Positive is the anode, negative is the cathode. Is there no the positive charge carrying electrode is called anode, negative charge carrying are cathode. Suppose I am taking here the batteries are there. Here also car, some vehicle engine is there. So what happens in the battery? Some chemical is there. This chemical is producing electricity. That electricity I am using for my general purpose. Suppose I am taking the car vehicle. Here in the car vehicle some engine is there. That engine when I add some fuel, when I pour either petrol or kerosene, petrol or diesel, it can also produce electricity. Is clear? So once again repeating. Electrochemistry. Electro nothing but regarding the electrons, chemistry nothing but by using of chemicals. In this chapter we are going to discuss about the how electricity can perform a chemical reaction or some chemical reactions how they are producing electricity. Clear? Reversible reaction we are going to study here. Suppose in this case here what happened here, some chemical reaction happen inside the battery. That chemical reactions are producing electricity. Clear? Here also some chemical reactions happen in the battery, it producing of electricity. Regarding these conditions we are discussing about one chapter is called electrochemistry. In our daily life without electricity we cannot be survived. It's very important. Whatever you want to use mobile, TV, AC, whatever materials are there, electrochemistry is very important, and also is very most of the IIT NEET examination their questions they will ask based on the electrochemistry. Once again I am repeating here, electrochemistry is a branch of science which deals about the spontaneous chemical reactions. Spontaneous chemical reactions are produce electricity. These are the spontaneous chemical reactions. Non-spontaneous chemical reaction means some chemical reactions cannot be occur themselves are there. We are using the electricity. For suppose electrolytic cell, if you take one cell is there, just imagine this is one cell beaker is there. If I take NaCl here, if I take one is the anode, one is the cathode, NaCl will not break. When you connect with the battery, then only NaCl will breaks. That's called non-spontaneous chemical reactions only. So come here, you will get very clear idea is there. No, electrochemistry is a study of the interconversion of electrical energy and chemical energy. No confusion. No, electrochemistry is the study of interconversion, change into one form to another form only. So of electrical energy and chemical energy. Look here, the electrical energy, nothing but some electricity will perform some chemical reactions like a decomposition of the NaCl. You know very well, extraction of the metals we use the electrolysis only. In your 10th class you studied very well about the electrolysis of the copper sulfate. In order to get the pure copper we are using the copper electrode, copper sulfate solution, copper rods are the one is acting as anode, one is acting as cathode. In our 11th standard we are studying about the preparation of the sodium hydroxide by using of the electrolysis process. Okay, Castner-Kellner process and preparation of sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate, whatever the materials are there. So these are the most of the materials we're discussing about the chemical, okay, electrochemistry, electrolytic cells. So electrochemistry branch of which deals about the conversion of electrical energy into chemical energy into electrical energy. Clear? No confusion. No. What is chemical energy to electrical energy means here? You just imagine here some chemical energy chemical reaction happen. These chemical reactions are producing electricity. Here are some chemical reactions happen. That chemical reactions are producing electricity. In the vehicle, are some chemical reaction happen. It also producing of the electricity only. So in this electrochemistry, we are discussing about especially electrolytic cell. This device can convert electrical energy into chemical energy. Electrolyte. Light means lysis, breaking of the molecule. How molecules are breaking? By passing of electricity. This is called electrolytic cell. This is a device can convert electrical energy into chemical energy. Electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells. This device can convert chemical energy into electrical energy. So what happened is this one here in this electrochemical cells examples are here. This is the batteries. Clear? What happened inside some chemical is there, it performs some chemical reaction. You know very well this is primary cells are there. Primary cells means these cells are have some chemicals inside it. Is once you use these chemicals are done, these chemicals are once they perform chemical reaction, we cannot use again. Suppose here, just imagine here I'm taking some fuel cell, sulfuric acid is there. Do you know very well in our daily life we are using some batteries in the inverter. Inverter is nothing but batteries only. In the batteries is there no anode, cathode will be there. They will use distilled water and sulfuric acid. Clear? Here look at the anode rod is there, cathode rod is there, distilled water is there, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid act as an electrolyte here. Here batteries are just consider batteries are there, maybe cadmium batteries are there, zinc and mercury batteries are there, manganese batteries also. Many batteries are there, we are discussing that one. Just imagine some basic idea regarding electrochemistry only. First of all, in order to know the electrochemistry, first you have to know the where electrons are flows. Nothing but conduction of electricity only. Clear is there no? So I am discussing about the materials are classified based on their conducting capacity, based on their electron allowing capacity only. Conductor and insulator. Okay, insulate. Insulators means just imagine, just consider any electrical wire containing of some plastic cover is there, like acting as insulators only. Okay, now conductors means you know very well which allow the electricity pass through them. It's called conductors only. I am not explaining conductors whether the metallic conductors or ionic conductor, semiconductor, okay, superconductor. I am not explaining all these things. So I am giving one by one basic idea. I will explain here. Basic idea nothing but the substance which allow the electricity pass through them is called as conductors only. This classification is based on their ability to allow electricity pass through them. Clear? This classification they are given based on the ability, the tendency of allowing electricity. Conductors are those substances which allow electricity or current pass through them. Clear? So those materials, suppose I am taking the copper wire, silver wire, gold, whatever, platinum take here, they act as best conductors. Why they are acting as best conductor means they have the resistance power is less. They cannot resist the flow of electrons only. Insulators are those substances which do not allow electricity current to pass through them. Certain materials are then they will not conduct electricity. For suppose you know very well, I am taking the wood is there no here. If you take the wood material, when I connect with them, some batteries are there, some electrical circuit, what happened there, electricity will not be flow. Why electrons are not flowing means here no free electrons are there. Wood is made up of cellulose, inorganic compounds. So glass, wood, paper, organic compound, all organic compound only made up of organic compounds. Okay. Next point is considered here. Next one is here types of conductors: metallic conductors, electrolytic conductors, semiconductors, superconductors. You will you will learn the new point is called superconductor. What is a superconductor means here it has the resistance power is 0. It cannot resist the flow of electrons only. So metallic conductors means metals and alloys are there. Metallic conductors are conduct electricity by the flow of electrons. More number of valence electrons they act as the best conductors. Less number of electrons, valence electrons act as a somewhat less conductivity. Electrolytic conductors, electrolytes. What do you mean electrolytes? Electrolytes are just considered those materials are which can decompose this in the aqueous solution. Suppose I am taking sodium chloride, when I place in the water, sodium chloride breaks into the Na plus and Cl minus. So here copper sulfate breaks into the Cu plus, and copper sulfate breaks into the Cu2 plus, 2 plus, SO4 2 minus. So what happened here? Different materials are there, they will different decomposes. Just consider next one is semiconductors are there. Semiconductors are means just materials are there, no, here semiconductors. So generally they will allow partial electrons are flow through it. Partial only, electrons are not completing, partial only. Semiconductors generally you consider that germanium is doped with the germanium doped with the either phosphorus, again argon only mentioned here, germanium is doped. Generally silicon, remember silicon only, silicon, germanium, arsenic is metallides acting as semiconductors only. Clear is there, no? So in a very well, they are semiconductors, they cannot act as a resistor, they cannot act as a good conductors only. Partial electrons will be flow. Superconductors means you just consider some ceramic alloys are there. That ceramic alloys are, no, they generally they will add some metal oxides, impurities are there, they act as best conductors only. So next one is then a classification of conductors. Conductors has been classified into the metallic conductors, electrolytic, so metallic conductors means due to the momentum of electrons. Metallic conductors means due to momentum of electrons are there, no? Here what happened, the electrolytic conductors means due to the momentum of ions. Remember here is ions are there, here is the electrons are there. Here flow of electrons will be takes place, because the flow of electrons takes place, electricity produces. Here flow of ions takes place, because the flow of ions are then electricity produces. Whenever metallic conductors are connected with the battery, no chemical reaction takes place. Can you see when you pass electricity with the metallic wires, are then anything happen? If it happen, we cannot use, no, wires. Electrolytic conductors means, if you want to check one simple example, I'll give the simple best one is experiment. Take one glass, add two graphite rods, you know very well. Take one battery and add small amount of NaCl, sodium chloride, common table salt. When you pass electricity, you can see here some gas is evaluated, it's like a chlorine gas, some pungent gas will come, and solution slowly becomes some basic nature is there. We can check, no problem, in the lab, in the home. So here no transfer of matter will be takes place. Whenever metallic conductors are conducting electricity, matter never be exchanged. But here transfer of matter will be takes place. How will the transfer of matter means, here the ions are what are present in the solution, they undergo some chemical reactions. So the conductance of metals decreases with increasing the temperature. Look at here, metallic conductance are inversely proportional to temperature. Whenever temperature rises, is there, no, the just consider kernels, they will come, some positive charge nucleus will be, it's vibrated. Whenever positive charge nucleus vibrated, the flow of electrons will be disturbed. Next one is then here ionic conductors. Temperature increases, is there, no, the ions are overcome the force of attractions. What is the force of attractions? Just imagine I'm taking the here, I'm just taking one example, look at clarity. If you take the NaCl, Na plus Cl minus have them some electrostatic force are there. When the temperature increases, what happens, the electrostatic force of attraction between decreases only. So they will act as good conductor. Look at here also what happens here. So conductance of metals increase with increasing temperatures. When the why temperature increases means, when temperature increases, kinetic energy of ions are increases, they will overcome the nuclear force of attraction. Electrolytic conductors are influenced by the following factors. The first one is nature of the electrolyte, whether a strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte. Very very important for board examination. Next one is that here nature of the solute and solvent. For suppose I take one solvent is very thick, it cannot allow easily ions or move freely. If you want to check the viscosity, take small amount of normal water, take small amount of honey having high viscosity. Clear? So what about next one is there here, next one is interaction between the solvent solute, solvent and solvent ions only. We will discuss clearly. Next one is here electrolytes. Generally electrolytes are there. What is electrolyte? Electrolytes are those substances which conduct electric current through them, either in the molten state or dissolved state. What is molten state means? Some don't need confuse here. If you take NaCl crystals, when you apply the high temperature, salt become liquid without adding any water molecule. It's called molten. Aqueous solution means you know very well when dissolve in the water. So electrolytes are maybe the salts also acting as electrolyte, acids also acting electrolyte, bases also acting electrolyte. Okay, so acids are here mentioned. All these substances acting as a strong electrolyte. What means strong electrolyte means, you know, those materials are easily undergo decomposition in the aqueous solution, easily undergo break into the Na plus and Cl minus, H plus and SO4 minus, K plus and OH minus, H plus and HNO3. Non-electrolytes are those substances which do not conduct electricity in the fused state as well as dissolved state only. If you heat sugar, it becomes liquid, then also it is bad conductor. If you dissolve in the water, then also it is acting as bad conductor. So, reason why means here ions are generated, Na plus and Cl minus. Here no ions will be possible. So no ions possible, no conducting of electricity, no charge flow will be takes place. Next one is the strong electrolyte. Electrolyte are those substances which dissociate alpha value is equal to 100%. Dissociate almost completely into ions only. Even at moderate concentration are called as a strong electrolyte. They have high conducting capacity only. I said very clear now, easily decomposes, easily breaks means strong. Not easily breaks means weak. Acetic acid is there, no, if you take acetic acid weak only, it's not strong. So hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, all strong acids are then acting as a strong electrolyte. All strong bases. Salts also. Weak electrolyte which dissociate into ions partially at moderate concentration. Okay, no? Partially. For suppose if you take the 100 molecules of ammonium hydroxide, only 10 molecules undergo decomposes. Remaining molecules are there, no, they will not be decomposes. So here weak electrolyte. Oxalic acid, you take no oxalic acid, weak electrolyte. Acetic acid also acting as a weak electrolyte. Clear? So next one is just consider next slide here. Go for next slide. We'll get some clarity. So here electrolysis. What is my electrolysis? Look at the electrolysis breaking up only. Electrolysis is the process of decomposition of an electrolyte by passing of electricity. Suppose if we take the sodium chloride salt, here one is the two electrodes are there. One is a positive electrode, one is a negative electrode. Generally positive electrode I am taking here, this different will come here. Electrolytic cell, electrochemical cells are the difference will come. In the here anode is a positive, cathode is a negative. If you take NaCl, when I connect with battery, this battery is called battery. It's containing two charges are the external circuit. What happened that here Na plus ion is the Na plus aqueous ions. When you pass it breaks into Na plus and Cl minus. When you connect with initially this electrode doesn't have any charge. This called electrode doesn't have any charge. When you connect with the battery, based on the terminal it is attached. It gets a positive charge. Here negative terminal attached, it got negative charge. So if it is a positive charge, negative ions will be attracts. It is negative charge, positive ions will be attract. Clear? So what happens here when the negative ions are coming here, the negative ions is Cl minus. Cl minus gives electron to the positive electrode. Under oxidation they form a Cl2 gas. Clear? The Cl2 gas is coming nothing but oxidation only. No? Sodium ion come towards the electrode, it gains electron, then undergo reduction only. So oxidation happen near to anode, reduction is happen near to the cathode. Suppose imagine here when Cl minus ion coming to electrode giving electrons only. What happens? The electrons are slowly move from this terminal to battery, from again here is there. This happening there. So what happens? Look at here, 2 Cl minus ion gives rise to Cl2 gas plus 2 electrons are there. So here sodium ions are there. No, look at here, the sodium ion, the sodium Na plus ion gaining up an electron by sodium solid. So look at this electrolytic half cell only. This look at the electrolysis cell here. What happens there? Here both electrolytes here, electrolyte will be there, electrodes are there, and this is cell. Look at the what is cell means a device which perform the electricity, electrochemical reaction or electrolytic chemical reactions. This device, this cell is device. Okay, remember, don't confuse your cell nothing but a device where the chemical reactions are takes place. Redox reactions are there. So next one is, remember here, it's called electrolytic cell only. Okay, here look at the based on the electrolytic cell here. Just imagine it's an electrolytic cell. Clear? First you want to understand the electrochemistry. First you have some basic idea what is meant by redox reactions only. In the battery some chemical reaction takes place, I said no. What type of chemical reaction? That chemical reaction is called as a redox reaction. What is called redox reaction? Look at here, this one is very clear. Look at very clear idea what redox reaction means here. Just imagine here, electron donor, electron acceptor. Initially record here this circular is there, here one electron access is there, it giving electron to the electron deficient atom. Clear? After the chemical reaction is completed, it lost electron. So look at some vacant space will be there here, electrons are lost. Initially no electrons are there here, after gaining electron it is gained only. What happens whenever any atom is losing electron from here to here is called oxidation. If any atom is gaining electron, it's called as reduction. Look at here, oxidation. This is called oxidation. Oxidation means loss of electrons. Oxidation means loss of electrons. If you have any confusion, remember oil rig. Oil rig only. What is oil rig here? Next one is reduction, nothing but gaining of electrons. Look at here, reduction, nothing but gaining of electrons. Redox reaction means here both oxidation and reductions takes place simultaneously, then it's called as a redox reaction. Okay, if any substance under, very important, if any substance under oxidation, it's called as a reducing agent. Agent means opposite only. Reducing opposite, what you call oxidation only. Which one is gaining electron under reduction is called as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent nothing but undergo reduction only. Clear? Reducing agent undergo oxidation, oxidizing agent undergo reduction. If any substance loses electron is called oxidized, this is called reduced. Clear? Very important this terminology in our syllabus only. Go look at students here, atom A is there here, atom here, atom B is there. Look at next one is there, no, atom B will be there. So look at here, atom is, just imagine atom A is there, no loss of electrons are there. Atom is a positive charge, so deficient atom only. So what happens in the chemical reaction? What happens here? Atom A loses electrons. Atom A loses electrons, so electrons are moved from the atom A to B. Atom A is oxidizes, atom B is reduces only. No? So what happens here? After this one is here, remember this oxidation reduction. What is mentioned in the periodic table only. First group elements, hydrogen is there. Hydrogen will not belong to first group elements. The oxidation number +1 and -1. Lithium, all first year group elements are +1. Second year group elements are +2. Scan look at the third group number only, oxidation number only. Here also remember group number only, oxidation number. We will discuss later. So look at here, are those, look at here, the mention they have given here, look at here in this condition, are those oxidation or reduction half reactions are. So are these oxidation or reduction half reactions are there. Look at here, just imagine here Fe+2 is there, by again look at Fe+2 become to Fe+3. What is mean oxidation here? Increasing of oxidation number also known as oxidation. Here +2 is there, here +3 is there. Increasing oxidation number is also known as oxidation. Decreasing oxidation number is called as reduction only. Decreasing oxidation number is called reduction only. Suppose imagine here I am just passing up to taking water molecule when I give the 2 electrons. What happens there here? When you give the 2 electrons, hydrogen gains electron, they form a H2 gas. And water has become to the 2 hydroxide ion. This is very important. We are using the next some chemical reactions are there. Water molecules gains 2 electrons. 2 electrons are gained by the 2 hydrogen atom. It's become to hydrogen gas. And the remaining become 2 hydroxide. This is all, look at all the reductions one. Just imagine here Mn+2 is there. Mn+2 become to the Mn+4. Oxidation number, you know how to calculate oxidation number? X plus 4 into -2. Place then here +4 is there. So what happens here? Manganese undergo oxidation. Look at here Fe+2 to Fe+3 is called oxidation. Here Al+3 here reduction only. This is called as, look at here also, just a reduction only, here oxidation only. So oxidation reductions are takes place simultaneously. Look at here, whenever oxidation, look at this one cell, I am taking this cell in the zinc sulfate, which just match here copper sulfate is. Copper rod dipped in the copper sulfate solution, zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate solution. That both are connected to the voltmeter. Look at the volts are there, no, some potential difference, then but charge difference is generated between the two cells. This is one half cell, this one half cell. This is nothing but a electrode potential. Most of the students, they have some confusion in the electrode potential. Remember, some potential difference generated. What is the potential difference? What happened means, just imagine here, zinc ions are slowly deposit on the, zinc atoms are slowly dissolve in the zinc sulfate solutions. What happens? Electrons are slowly coming here, but the time goes on, there more amount of zinc ions will be generated here. When our X amount electrons are coming here, the electrons are moved opposite toward, look at the opposite to copper sulfate. Slowly copper atoms are gaining electron, they will deposit on the electrode. Here what happens? Time leads on, copper rod size increases, time leads on, zinc rod will be decreases only. Here oxidation happen, reduction happen. During this process, some charge is generated. Look at here, look at here, what happens? Around the electrode is negative charge will be generated. Around here copper rod is positive charge generated. This is called electrode potential. The potential difference is 1.1 volt only. This electrode potential is gives idea about the how much volts of electricity will be produced by one battery. Different batteries are there. Here different batteries are there. What happens? These two batteries performance different. This battery performance is different one. Okay, it can produce more amount of volts of charge. This can produce less amounts of voltage there. That's called electrode potential only. You will get very clear idea. Okay.